All right, today we're diving into the story of one of the world's most dynamic emerging markets. For a long time, the whole conversation around Bangladesh was about manufacturing. But, a huge transformation is happening right now. We're going to explore this new world of opportunity and, more importantly, what it really takes to succeed there.
So yeah, that old story, it's completely changed. While manufacturing is still a big piece of the puzzle, for sure, Bangladesh has grown into this vibrant, multifaceted economy. Today, it's a place with a massive range of opportunities across so many different sectors.
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The potential is absolutely massive, but so are the complexities. How do you actually get started, make the right connections, and turn a brilliant idea into a successful business on the ground? Well, stick around, because we're about to break that down. Okay, so first things first, let's get a really clear picture of the landscape. What does this new horizon of opportunity in Bangladesh actually look like? The big thing to notice here is just the sheer diversity. I mean, we're seeing huge growth not just in the traditional exports, but in sophisticated areas like financial services and crucial ones like infrastructure and energy. Then you add in these booming consumer markets, a really exciting ICT sector, and even high-value agro-processing. This isn't just one growth story, it's like a whole portfolio of different opportunities. So the opportunity is crystal clear. But like with any market that's growing this fast, the path forward isn't always a straight line. Let's dig into the challenges that you really need to be ready for. And this is where things can get tricky. You're dealing with complex regulations, a real lack of easy-to-find centralized information, and maybe the most important thing, finding local partners you can actually trust. The risk of getting involved with unreliable people or just getting stuck in slow-moving bureaucracy is very, very real. These are the kinds of hurdles that can stop a fantastic investment right in its tracks. This is exactly why an investment advisor is so critical. In a market like this, their job is way more than just giving advice. They're like strategic partners, they help bridge those information gaps we talked about, they help you make better decisions, and they manage all those risks we just outlined. They basically provide the structure you need to turn all that potential into actual profit. Now that we get the problem and the general solution, let's look at a really specific example of this model in action. We're going to check out how one firm, Trade and Investment Bangladesh, or TNIB, tackles these challenges with a very distinct integrated strategy. The absolute core of their model is this end-to-end approach. It's all built around the idea that you don't just get a research paper and a handshake. No, it's about connecting that high-level strategy directly to what happens on the ground. It's about making a seamless jump from the boardroom decision to a real-world launch. This comparison really lays it all out. A traditional advisor, they often just deliver a report. They tell you what to do. But this integrated model, it focuses on the what and the how. So instead of being handed off between a bunch of different providers, you get a single, trusted strategic partner. The plan and the execution aren't separate things. They are woven together to make sure a good idea actually becomes a commercial success. And they pull this off by having all these critical services under one roof. It starts with the big picture stuff, business consulting and strategy. Then they layer on the IT services you need and the digital marketing to actually build a presence in the market. And all of that is supported by specialized professional services to handle the nitty-gritty details. It's a whole system for growth. You know, an approach this comprehensive needs some serious expertise to back it up. So let's take a look at the leadership and the proven experience that's really powering this whole model. At the helm is the founder and CEO, Mohammed Joinal Abdeen. He's a really well-respected business consultant and trade policy analyst. That combination of hands-on business know-how and high-level policy insight gives him a pretty unique view of the market. And this isn't just theory. This expertise is built on more than 18 years of real-world experience, right there on the front lines, helping businesses find their way to success. Think about that. That's almost 2 decades of wisdom and professional connections. And you can really see this experience build over his career. I mean, from the Federation of Bangladesh Chambers of Commerce to the SME Foundation, and then a major leadership role as secretary of the Dhaka Chamber of Commerce. Now, on top of leading TNIB, he's also building trade bridges as Secretary General of the Brazil-Bangladesh Chamber. This background gives him a perspective that covers pretty much every angle of the market. But the proof is in what clients have to say. This feedback from a Canadian CEO really highlights the impact, pointing to strategic insight, hands-on support, and being a reliable partner. These are the exact outcomes this kind of integrated model is built to deliver.
So let's bring it all home. What does all this mean for you, whether you're an investor or an entrepreneur with your eye on Bangladesh? At the end of the day, this integrated approach is for investors who are serious about getting things done. It's for people who understand that a strategic plan is only as good as its implementation. The whole goal here is to provide a roadmap that actually leads to the destination, growth and success. And that really leaves us with one final question for you to think about. Take a look at your own strategy. Is it just a stack of papers sitting on a shelf? Or is it a living, breathing launchpad, ready to rocket your venture to success? If you're looking to turn that plan into a launch pad, you can find out a lot more by getting in touch with the team at Trade and Investment Bangladesh. Thanks so much for joining us.